Warning! The following video will have a ton of curse words and may contain tobacco use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Um. So, co- going to sports news now. Colin Coward told by Caleb Williams camp he doesn't want the Bears to draft him. Now, this is not coming from Caleb Williams' voice, but his camp's voice. You know, which is could be two possibly completely different things. Now, is Chicago really that bad? You know, I mean, granted, I don't think wherever you wound up, uh, you still get that, collective bargaining agreement first round draft pick money, right? I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that's how it goes. Um, believe Caleb is originally from California, so I could see why he would want to stay in California. But yeah, that's pretty odd. That's pretty odd. But him being touted the next Patrick Mahomes kind of would probably bring a little bit of spoiledness to somebody. And how the many leagues are now, any professional league nowadays, like you see it in the television, the players have complete control over where they want to play and when they want to play, apparently. So, I mean, that alone, um, just by his camp releasing that statement and him not immediately going forward, sending up a message or, you know, speaking on camera saying what my camp thinks about is what they think about. At least I don't know. Here, let me Google it. Caleb Williams. So, um, all right, so CBS Sports. I'm reading this article from CBS Sports. Many believe Bears won't trade number one pick. So there's still a lot of questions whether they use that pick on Caleb or, but there is such a gap between Caleb and all the other quarterbacks in this draft that you can't really say, oh, there's a definitive number two guy or a guy that could possibly be picked ahead of Caleb. It's pretty much the Caleb Williams draft, pretty much. Now, what does that mean? It's not definitive. It's not a definitive statement by the Bears, meaning it's not for sure that they're gonna trade it. I think they're still mulling over Justin Fields. in his future. Uh, but man, the devil you know is could be far better than the devil you don't know, in my opinion. And we've all seen Justin Fields. We've seen the product so far. I don't believe he's a finished product yet. Um, but so far, I think he was probably better than a lot of the quarterbacks picked before him. And he shows promise. He has dynamic legs, and he's shown a little bit of groove with DJ Moore, and I think his passing game will only continue to improve as he gets older. Uh, and to be honest, watching Caleb Williams, I don't see it. I don't see what. And this is just being me being me my personal opinions and just me being honest. I don't see what the hype is with this guy. The next Patrick Mahomes, I don't see him. He looks like well, his game looks like it was modeled after Dak Prescott's game. And that's just I could be wrong. I'm not a professional sports analyst, or I have never played professional sports, but that's just what watching him in USC looks like. It looks like a young Dak Prescott. And that's not a knock on Caleb. I think a Bears picking up a young Dak Prescott wouldn't be a bad thing either. But when you look at this team, when you look at this Bears team, drastically improved on defense last year, or this year. We're still in this year. My bad. By picking up Sweat, that was a great pickup. Washington just pretty much handed it to the Bears with just a bag of peanuts. So they could. I don't know. Me personally, I would stick with what I got. Justin Fields. You know, he's still young, man. He's still a young guy. Very young. I don't think he's even hit his stride yet. And you use this pick, flip it for a fortune, pretty much. A couple teams, just to name a few, the Commanders would probably give up half the roster for it. The Panthers would probably give up half the roster for it. So, and you use those additional assets to pick up weapons and additional resources and personnel on defense to help out not just Justin Fields, but the whole team. And I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. I thought Eberflus was getting fired mid-season, and he gradually held on. He gradually held on, even with all the Chase Claypool shenanigans and pretty much everything. That deserves a little bit of credit, and I'll give credit where credit is due.
Yo, like and subscribe, and I'll love you long time.